Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and let me just start out by apologizing. I lost my footage in the very beginning where I tell you everything I'm going to use and I show you what I'm using. No idea where that went. So we're already in progress here. I have painted the center of my Dollar Tree blank round sign in my homemade white chalk paint. Now I'm going in with the apple barrel green, and it's, I think, evergreen or something like that. And now I am going back in with the Waverly chalk paint in the color Ruby. And I'm just taking a small paintbrush and filling in my handwritten words, ho, ho, ho. I also went back in with a Sharpie marker and I went around the words ho, ho, ho because I felt like it made them sharp and it made them pop off of that white a little bit better. And here I am going in with these little Christmas trees that I found on some ribbon that I'm going to be using. I thought they were so cute and I wanted to add them to the sign. So I'm putting one between each word and I'm using my Fix-All to do that because I think it is the best glue for the job. And here you see I am using my little bundles that I put together with some evergreen from Joann Fabrics. And also I'm using the pom-poms that came from my felt ho 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 words. I had a pick from the at-home store that had ho 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 on it, and it had these white and red pom-poms. So I'm using that and I just bundled them together, two good size bundles, one for each side of the hanger, and I'll be using that. And now I am making a bow. You guys know I have to make a bow, so I'm going in with my Santa ribbon, the Christmas tree ribbon that I talked to you guys about, and this herringbone red and white kind of ribbon, which is really very pretty. All of this ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. It's very thick and very good quality. So it is going to be a little difficult to get this tied with the tails included, but I manage on a wing and a prayer that this twine doesn't break while I'm trying to get it tight. And it held together really well. So I'm happy about that. And here is our beautiful bow, just fluffing it out. And I'm sorry that this is super, super close, you guys. I have been having technical difficulties with my camera angles lately. I don't know what I'm doing different. I don't know what's going on. I tried to zoom out. Apparently that didn't work. So please just bear with me. So I want to attach the evergreen bundles and the bow by using some of the paddle wire from Dollar Tree and also using the jute cord that I tied the bow with. So I'm just going in, this is a very thin wood, so I'm just taking a hand screwdriver and just drilling or poking holes through that wood so that I can use my paddle wire to attach the ribbon and the bundles. I will use some hot glue under the bundles along with the paddle wire, but I will not use glue on the bow because I like the fact that I can reuse that if I want to. And here's the finished project. I can't wait to hang this on my door. That is going to be so cute. DIY number 2 is a rustic manger. I will be using a star that I had in my stash, some grapevine that was given to me by a friend, some moss from the Dollar Tree, some foam board, and one of the Dollar Tree nativity scenes. I'm not going to use the actual manger because I'm going to make a manger much bigger than what was provided in the pack. So I'm going in with my homemade white chalk paint and I'm giving everything a single coat. You don't have to use foam board. You can just take one of the Dollar Tree tag signs and one of the big MDF ones and paint it black for this project. But I'm using what I had on hand. And then, as you guys know, I like to write in my own handwriting. So I'm writing Silent Night, Holy Night. And I went in and did it in pencil first, as I always do, so I can erase and make any corrections. And then I go back over it in either a Sharpie or a paint marker or whatever I have that works with the DIY. Now I'm adding the grapevine, and it's like putting a puzzle together, you guys. You just gotta find what pieces look right and put them in place where you like them. So that is what I'm doing here. Now that I've figured out how I want all the vines to go, I'm just going to go in with some hot glue and get these glued down. I did go back with my black paint and I painted over any of the glue that was on the foam board because you can't pick it off because you'll pick the paper off. And then I went back with my brown paint. I used nutmeg from, I think it was Apple Barrel, and I covered up any of the hot glue that you could see on the grapevine. Now I'm just adding the star to the top. Again, I apologize for how out of focus or out of frame this is. I have to work on my camera angle. I don't know what I changed, but I got to figure it out. Putting in Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, and the three wise men, getting them set where I like them, and then I'll get them glued down. I'm going to add my moss on there just so I can see how it looks. I love it. And out of all three, this one is hands down my favorite. I love this rustic manger. It's just so pretty. I did go around the edge of the entire sign with some brown cording, like the nautical cord. I used that to go around the edges of the sign because I felt like it needed something more. It needed to be a little more put together. Even though it's rustic, I felt like the edges needed to be just sharper. And DIY number 3 is the holiday lamppost. So I'm using some Jenga blocks one of the drawer cubes from Dollar Tree. I'm also using some evergreen pieces and some bow. I'm gonna make a bow with some ribbon. And one of these lanterns that I've had in my stash for a while, and my homemade black chalk paint. So here you see me gluing the tumbling tower blocks together end to end to make a long post. Cleaning up the glue, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint everything after I get the block covered. There's a little heart cut out, and we're going to cover that up with some craft sticks. Just putting that inside to measure it to see if it's tall enough. And I'm going in with some of the black pool noodle that I got at Halloween. Just going to put that in there because it's going to help hold in the lamppost, and it's also going to definitely help hold in the greenery that I'm going to use. Going to give it a coat of black paint. Now everything's all painted, and I did paint down inside the box just a little bit, just in case if you can see down inside the box, it'll all be black inside, and you won't see the natural wood color of the box. So we're just going to get that foam or that pool noodle glued down in there, and I'm just cutting it with my craft knife so that I can easily slip that post down inside the foam. And it sticks pretty well, but I'm going to add some more foam and some hot glue just to be sure. This one was so easy to do, and it's really cute. And now I'm going to glue on my snowflake, and this came from one of the picks that I got from Joann's. And here goes that bow, and we're going to call this one done. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'm so happy that you have been watching my holiday DIYs. And here is the final reveal. Let me know, as always, down below which one is your favorite. I love all three, but my favorite is the rustic manger. You guys be blessed, be safe. Craft something beautiful today. Happy holidays, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.